for a limited time. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Welcome back. Outrage continues to grow around the world over the death of the beloved African lion, now believed to have been killed for sport by an American dentist. Cecil the lion was considered the most famous animal in Zimbabwe's national parks. The man who killed him, Walter Palmer, is now wanted by police in Zimbabwe. The two guides accused of helping Palmer appeared in court this morning, both of them facing poaching charges. Conservation officials say Palmer said the guides paid the guides $50,000 to go on the lion hunt earlier this month. In a statement yesterday, the Minnesota-based dentist claimed he had the correct permits and placed the blame on his guides, writing, quote, "I had no idea that the lion I took was a known local favorite, was collared and part of a study until the end of the hunt. I relied on the expertise of my local professional guides to ensure a legal hunt." Palmer already had a felony record over the illegal killing of a black bear in Wisconsin. That was in 2008. He said he would cooperate with authorities, but right now his whereabouts unknown. Now, this memorial, a small memorial to Cecil, was seen right outside of his dentist's office, which remains closed today. Joining me now, renowned wildlife biologist, animal conservationist Jeff Corwin. Jeff, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Tim.
The details of what happened here, just stunning. When you read that this lion was lured out of that area, they apparently tied meat to the back of a truck, lured him out, and he was shot with this arrow and later killed, I think, some 48 hours after that. What's your, Jimmy Kimmel, this morning, I'll play it in a second, he asked the question, what is it? Why would someone pay $50,000 to do something like this? How do you answer that?
Well, it's really remarkable what has unfolded here. It's quite shocking. For me, the biggest violation here is they did this in a national park. Whether you're in the United States in Yellowstone or whether you're in a national park in Zimbabwe, these are protected sanctuaries dedicated to wildlife and habitat. And it is illegal to bait and lure animals out. So, and he may say that he was not aware of the regulations, or he may say that he was relying on his guides, Tamron. But every individual in a situation like this needs to be responsible and held accountable and be completely aware of what the regulations and rules are when it comes to this activity.
You know, by the numbers, according to the International Fund for Animal Welfare, the population of African lions has been reduced by 50% in the last 3 decades, now just 32,000. And so for people who say, you know, he's an adventurer, he likes this for sport, it's a lion as if they're just, you know, as plentiful as anything else. They don't see these numbers and understand, I think.
A lot of people don't realize that today lions are in serious trouble because of habitat loss and climate change, and because of human-animal conflict when it comes to like agriculture and livestock. The population of African lions today is down to about 25,000 animals, so it's pretty low.
Let me play this moment last night. Jimmy Kimmel, he really was overtaken with emotion talking about this. Let's listen in.
The big question is, why are you shooting a lion in the first place? I mean, I'm honestly curious to know why a human being would feel compelled to do that. How is that fun? I'm not against hunting. If you're hunting to eat or to help keep the animal population healthy, or it's a part of your culture or something, that's one thing. But if you're some a-hole dentist who wants a lion's head over the fireplace in his man cave so his douchebag buddies can gather around it and drink scotch and tell him how awesome he is, that's just vomitous.
So again, this focus is because this particular animal, Cecil, was well known, but this happens with, as we pointed out, this black bear incident with him in 2008 and other individuals, not just this dentist.
Well, we see a history here potentially of someone who's not following the regulations and the laws when it comes to hunting. And you bring up an excellent point, Tamron, and that this wasn't just an ordinary lion. This was Cecil. He was 13 years old. He was symbolic. He was like the ambassador of this national park. And now that he's gone, there'll be great chaos and instability within his pride. The first thing that's going to happen, or likely happen, is that the next competing male is going to move in, kill all his cubs to bring the female into estrus and to wipe out his genetic line. It's kind of like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah, it is stunning. It's an amazing story. The doctor's explanation he's put on Facebook, obviously a lot of other people impacted by this, including, I imagine, the people that work in his office who can't show up now that those doors are shuttered. We don't know for how long.
And also, what you have to remember, too, is, these guys are also using the excuse that they didn't see it was collared and they didn't know that. If you're bow hunting, you're usually 40 yards or closer to your target.
And some would assume be able to see that. All right, Jeff, thank you so much. It's great to see you. We haven't seen you in a while. Obviously sad under these circumstances. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thanks.